Good morning. Welcome back. Senate Republicans are on defense to keep their majority come November 3rd, and they're facing tough competition from Democrats who need just 4 seats to take back majority. Here again with the races to watch, pollster Justin Wallin. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you as always.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's go ahead and break down some of this. 23 total seats up for election by the GOP here. So let's go ahead and start off in Maine. And the question is this going to be Susan Collins' biggest challenge yet?
Absolutely. Hillary Clinton won this state by 3% back in 2016, which kind of belies it's not as blue a state as many people make it out to be. It becomes increasingly politically diverse the further you move away from the coast. But this is a very, very difficult race. Collins, who has been in the seat for some 5 terms and is largely seen as independent, that plays to her favor, is down 5 points in the latest poll. That's outside the margin of error. It is a real lead. It's tough to see her with a clear and straight and definitive path to victory. It's a toss-up leaning Democratic, but because she has consistently won over the years and over the cycles when she's supposedly not supposed to, I think she might just eke this one out, but this could be her last race, definitely.
Interesting. Let's go to Montana right now, where this one is inside the margin of error. And in Montana, you say this could potentially stay red.
Yeah, I think so. Trump absolutely dominated the state in 2016, a 20-point lead. So it should theoretically be an easy romp home for incumbent Republican Senator Daines. It's not. In Montana, there's apparently a beef with beef. There was some $300 million cattle deal put together with a Chinese company announced by Trump shortly after he won office and championed by Daines, but it never materialized. And his opponent is using this to good effect. His opponent is up I believe 2 points in that district. Excuse me, I think Daines is up a little bit. Yes, Daines is up a little bit. I think ultimately gravity will go towards Daines. This state, I'm going to say, will remain red.
Yep, Daines up 3 points right now, according to this poll. Let's go ahead and move on to Colorado. And, you know, Joe Biden does have a lead here. How do you think that plays into this race? Does it?
Yeah, it does. This is a very, very different state. Clinton won by some 5%, but since then, President Trump has become deeply unpopular, and Biden's lead of some 20 points speaks to how difficult this race is. In fact, the incumbent, Cory Gardner, is down 14% in the latest poll. I do not see a credible path to victory here. I do think this one goes blue.
Okay, let's go to North Carolina, where this is a pretty close one. Do you think that this stays close until the end?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a tough race for incumbent Thom Tillis. His challenger has performed well. This has been a hard month for his challenger when a extramarital affair broke news earlier this month that's got to impact. The polls haven't really resonated with that, but I think it's just too close to call. This one, we're just going to have to find out on or after Election Day.
Okay, and now this one's going to be interesting in South Carolina because, as we know, Senator Lindsey Graham has been on Fox and Friends a lot over the course of the last few weeks talking about how his challenger has raised so much money. This one has been interesting to watch for sure.
Absolutely. And Lindsey Graham has been in the halls of Congress for 26 years as a bastion. So to have this kind of a really meaningful, credible challenge is news. His challenger has raised $100 million. Imagine that. But has spent it nearly as quickly, and Graham entered this month with more cash on hand than the challenger, allowing him to spend more money in the final critical weeks. And the polls reflect that. The latest polls show Graham up 6%, which is outside the margin of error. I think this almost definitively stays red in Graham's hands.
Okay, Justin Wallin, thank you. Good to see you again.